Yo, yo, yo. What up, people? It's your boy State, and we back with some Spelunky. Yes, sir. I saw this game in the arcade, man. I downloaded it, want to see what it looked like. Said it was a platformer. So I decided, you know what, let me go ahead and get this thing and try it out. Because, you know, when I hear platformer, first thing I think of, obviously, Mario. You know, stuff like that. And games like Mario. So, I figured why not download it, give it a try. And I gotta say, man, I played the game for about half an hour. I played it a little bit at first. I played, like, the first stage coming up. I played it a little bit to kind of get used to the controls. And then once I did that, I just, I jumped right in, just started recording, jumped right on. And I will say, man, this game is pretty fun, man. I had a good old time playing this shit, yeah. Good old time, yeah, not good ass. Ain't no swearing over here. We done with that shit. But yeah, man, I had a pretty good time playing this, man. But let's go ahead, start talking about some basketball, son. And go ahead, obviously, start off talking about my boys, my Celtics, man. Ray Allen hasn't decided yet, man, but we went out there, got that boy JT, just in case Ray don't want to come back, man. You know, obviously, I think Ray will come back. I do think he will. But, you know, anything can happen. The Clippers pulled their meeting back, said we good, take your old ass somewhere else, because they went out there and got Jamal Crawford. Since they got him, I'm assuming Nick Young isn't under contract over there anymore. I'm not sure, but they bought back him and Chauncey Billups, so they feel like they set. So it's pretty much between us and the Heat for Ray. I think Ray's gonna come back. You know, we got the Jet just in case, but I think, you know, having all of them there together, you know, Rondo, Bradley, Jet, Ray, I mean, our backcourt is set. We all good. But now, I mean, we got Brandon Bass back too. He signed. I mean, it wasn't too bad of a contract. So I mean, I'm cool with that. And then the only person really left is Jeff Green. But I think the person that a lot of people are forgetting about is Steamsman, man. I mean, he really helped us out a lot, man. He gives, he fouls a lot, but he goes out there, he plays hard, and he's a shot blocker, man. You know, he protects the rim. And it's like, I mean, I would prefer to have him back over somebody else. You know, I mean, assuming that his price range isn't too high. But we'll see what happens with that. I don't know if Jeff Green will come back because we really don't have a lot of money left. But if we can afford him, I would love to have him. Same with OJ Mayo. If we can find a way, like if Ray don't come over here and we can get OJ Mayo, I'm with it. I'm down. But supposedly, not really sure what OJ Mayo's situation is. But I heard that for Steamsma, that there's a lot of different teams looking at him because obviously he's a cheap. You know, he's a big man that can come for relatively cheap. You know, you can bring him in off the bench. And, you know, he can come in, give you a few minutes, protect the rim a little bit. I mean, it's not a bad investment, I don't think. But when you got a team like them, they're really close. I don't really think, move this mic up a little bit. I don't really think they need to make anything major, really make any major moves. I think a few minor moves here and there, getting players that they think complement them is what they should, is what the Pacers should be doing, which is what they are doing. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. Their boy Jason Kidd went over there, signed with the Knicks. To me, I like that move. I'm cool with it. I really like the move. I mean, it might not be the best move on paper, you know what I mean? But to me, I think you needed a point guard over there that could command an offense. Somebody who will tell Carmelo, nah, get your ass over there and run this play. Somebody who can command Amari and Carmelo around, to somebody that they respect. And I mean, as decent as Jeremy Lin played for him, I don't really think that he was not that kind of guy that just kind of commands respect. So I mean, we'll see. But Jeremy Lin over there got a nice little contract with the Rockets. I don't think the Knicks are going to match it. That's a lot of money that they really don't have, and so I'd be really surprised if they did match that. But I mean, the Rockets been out there making pretty good moves, man. They had a really not a great draft. They had a nice draft though. Picked up some decent wing players. They went out there and they signed Omer Sheik to a pretty nice little contract. Is he worth the money? I don't think so. But they wanted him. They gave him the money to make sure they got him. They got him. They traded Kyle Lowry to the Raptors for a future first, and I see the Raptors being really bad for a really long time. So that's a good trade. They lost Goran Dragic, but they really didn't seem to need him. So I mean, they lost him, but they got Jeremy Lin, Omer Sheik, a first round pick from the Raptors, future first, and some decent players in the draft. So I think they've had a nice little offseason over there. A team that another team that I think is looking okay is the Suns. They're not really great. They don't have a great roster, but I mean, they went out there and they're trying to get Eric Gordon off of the Hornets. I don't think Eric Gordon is worth the max, but then again, who isn't nowadays? Everybody's worth the max. They went out there and got Michael Beasley, who, for a team that just needs people to come in and score and shoot, why not? Why not bring him in, see what he can do, man? I mean, the dude he's got talent. It's not like the dude can't play. But, we'll see what happens. They bought Goran Dragic back. And, I mean, they spent a lot of money. But to be fair, they had a lot of money to spend. So, I mean, I guess it's fine. But the Nets, man, the real talk of the offseason so far, the Nets went out there and traded for that boy Joe Johnson. Like I said in the last video, man, I think it was a really good trade for both. The Hawks were not going to go anywhere with Joe Johnson as their number one guy, so they either had to bring somebody in to boost that team up, or move Joe Johnson's contract so they can get better, and that's what they did. And they went out and bought in Devin Harris too. I'm cool with Devin Harris, a solid point guard. He's not a game changer, but maybe he will be in the right system. So we'll see what happens. But you got the Nets over there making pretty nice moves, man. Bought Darren Williams back, and they signed him to the max. But like I said, everybody in the league is worth the max. So they needed him back because I think he makes the whole thing work. Especially, even whether or not they get Dwight, I think they're solid. If you can get Brook Lopez to start rebounding the ball again, I think you're okay. Gerald Wallace is a really good player. I'm not sure how long he's going to stay there, because Gerald Wallace, for some reason, just can't. Teams don't hold on to Gerald very long. So I think maybe he'll be there this year, and then he'll get traded sometime in the middle of the next season. That's what I'm thinking. We'll see what happens. But I think the Nets, they looking pretty solid right now, man. I don't really if they can go out there and get Dwight Howard, that starting lineup alone will get you to the playoffs. They don't have a bench. They got Reggie Evans, who's cool, but they don't have a bench. They have nobody, especially if they trade for Dwight Howard. They won't have anybody. But as good as they have potential, and potential is usually enough to draw free agents in. So we'll see what happens with that. What other teams? I think go ahead and look, see who else I want to talk about for a little bit. The Lakers getting Steve Nash. To me, I'm up and down on it. I think I mean, their offense, to me, their offense is terrible. Because, I mean, it's mostly because Mike Brown doesn't know how to coach an offense. Their defense will be pretty good, but, you know, your offense is going to be bad because he doesn't know how to coach offense. I think the one thing Steve Nash brings is, like, he knows how to run an offense. So, I mean, I think their efficiency will be a little better. But, I mean, obviously, I mean, Steve Nash still can't defend. He has a very hard time defending point guards. Has a very hard time defending in general. But as you know, as good as he is offensively, I think you'll take that. You know, you'll take his deficiencies on defense, and then just kind of, you know, deal with it throughout the game or throughout the season. I think the reason they want a 3-year deal, I think Kobe has 3 years left on his deal, so it's like they kind of both running out at the same time, which is cool, which is smart. You know, after Kobe's gone, you don't need Steve Nash anymore. He's not going to help you, and plus the dude's going to be 49? You know what I'm saying? The dude, he looks old as shit. So, it's a pretty decent move. I'm up in the air about it. I don't think it makes them a favorite or anything. But, decent move, nonetheless. I don't think the 76ers did something. That's right, they re-signed LaVoy Allen. Not really sure if they've done anything else. I don't think they have so far. But I think they need to go out there and get another shooter for that team. You know, like, they have a hard enough time scoring. I think if they can go out there and get a scoring guy to come off the bench, like a J.R. Smith, somebody that can just give them offense. I know they have Lou Williams, but I think you need somebody else. Maybe that guy is Jody Meeks. Maybe he takes that next step. I don't know. Go out there and get somebody like Nick Young. You know, we'll see what happens. But that's right. I don't know if y'all heard about Nicholas Batum, man. Something is wrong with that dude. I read it. That dude said he wants a 4-year, $50 million contract. Now, I don't know if this is just hearsay or if it's not true or what. But somebody please tell that motherfucker he is not worth no 4 years, 50 mil. I mean, only team that'll give it to him would be either the Bobcats or the Raptors. And it's like, you know, I mean, he's not worth that money. There's no way dude is worth that money. He might be good, and he has potential. I wouldn't give him all that, though. And another thing I kind of slipped by, that boy Brandon Roy, actually, he back. I mean, I heard he was coming back. I didn't think he signed with anybody yet, but he actually went over there and signed with the T-Wolves. Got a 2-year, $10 million deal. I like Brandon Roy. I'm happy he's back. Oh, and surprise, surprise, I'm reading it right here. Nicholas Batum actually went to the Wolves. I mean, that's pretty nice. Batum, 4-year, $45 mil. That's still a lot of money, man. I mean, especially since you went out there and just got Derek Williams. I don't know. Not too sure about that. But you know, it's up to them. They get a young team, nice little team. So I mean, maybe they think he's worth the money. But I don't know. I mean, some teams that are out there, I think they need to go out there and try to make risks, or try to take, bring somebody in that they think might have potential and could probably make some differences for them. Like Hasheem Thabeet went over to the Thunder. I honestly thought the Raptors should have went after that dude. I mean, the dude, he's big. You can't teach height, man. You really can't. But I think he might do pretty good over there for the Thunder. But that's it for this one. I'll catch y'all later, man. Peace.